beautiful Ohio villages, lots of horsepower to power. We are here. It is Monster Truck Nation time at the Ohio State Fairgrounds in Columbus, Ohio. Hello, everybody. I am Tom Todd 774. Joining me tonight is tonight as always, Trayman 3985.
Salutations, everybody. We got a real monster burner here for you today. We got new drivers, we have old drivers, we have old trucks, and we have new trucks. So get a hold of your folks, come on over here, and enjoy the show.
Yep, side-by-side racing, straight line drag strip type course here at Columbus. But before they get to race here side by side, Michael, they have got to qualify.
Oh boy, how are they gonna do that, Tom?
Well, one truck, it's single passes, one truck at a time, and we will introduce each competitor to you as we go along. So let's get right into the action. All right, first up, it is Barefoot.
Okay, folks, just bear with us for a moment.
Let me boot up my little trusty thing here. Barefoot Barefoot. This Barefoot truck is a little bit different than some of the others we've seen in the past. This is Don King's Barefoot, driven by Don King. He's out of Neola, Iowa. Truck is a 2009 Dodge Ram, and it is powered, however, with the Dodge. Despite having a Dodge body, it is powered by a 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine, making 1,250 horsepower.
That is an impressive feat of engineering.
We'll see how Don King sets it. Don King is staged for his qualifying pass. Let's see how he does on this course.
Hopefully he does good.
Yes, there's a gap between the first and second car that you have to go over. If you don't hit that second jump with enough speed, it can definitely get you in trouble. 6.84 will be the time for Barefoot. Michael?
Very impressive. Very impressive. I know it's just beginning, but
kind of smooth there, trying to get a feel for the track.
That's always a good thing to do, am I right?
6.84 seconds for Don King and Barefoot. Next up, you want to talk about big guns. Mark Hall is here in the Executioner. He wants to take a big shot at the big boys.
Hopefully he's got the skill and the license for it.
Executioner is driven by Mark Hall. He's out of Champaign, Illinois. Truck is a 1999 Dodge Ram. It is powered by a 572 cubic inch Chrysler engine, makes 1,550 horsepower.
Now that is impressive.
Got this got a little more gearing in this motor than anyone else. Let's see what kind of shot Mark Hall lays down. Oh, Mark Hall is going for big air over the second set. 6.16 will be the time for execution. Very smooth. How about it, Michael?
I say good job there.
6.16 the time for executioner. However, Mark Hall is gonna have his hands full with a home state fan favorite, that being the Sampson. This is Sampson's home turf here at the Ohio State Fairgrounds at Columbus. Sampson is owned and driven by Dan Patrick. He's out of Kingston, Ohio. Truck is a 96 Chevrolet. It's powered by a 560 cubic inch Keith Black Hemi engine, makes 1,500 horsepower. Michael, you still with us?
Of course I am.
Sampson.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just checking on my burrito.
Sampson about to make his mark on the qual. Let's see what kind of shot that Sampson lays down. Oh, big air over the second set. That's what you want. 6.18. Not too far off from Mark Hall's time. That's actually going to score him in second place.
Way to go.
That second ramp is really launching these trucks in the air.
Yeah.
Big air off the second set of cars.
Maybe we should rename this sport Slingshot.
And coming up next is a new kid on the block new to us anyway, but not new to not new to the sport. Steve the Nitro Fish of Steve Macklin. Nitro Fish is owned and driven by Steve Macklin. He's out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Truck is a 1999 Chevrolet. It's powered by a 572 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine that puts out 1,500 horses. So Nitro Fish could be a well on his way to be a good contender here.
Hey, congratulations to him.
Let's see what kind of shot Nitro Fish lays down. Oh, big air off the second set. Oh, that's going to actually overtake Mark Hall right there. 6.13. So times are definitely getting faster as this qualifying session goes on.
Now that was impressive.
Next up, one of the prime contenders right here for the championship, the Carolina Crusher with James Teague at the wheel.
I've been good old Southern boys.
Yep, this truck is driven by James Teague, owned by Paul Schaefer out of Portage, Indiana. Truck is a 2003 Chevrolet that's powered by a 572 cubic inch Van Sinis Chevrolet engine, putting out 1,500 horsepower.
Now that is an impressive accomplishment.
Let's see what kind of shot the Crusher lays down out here. We're out, first event outdoors. A little bit big air on the second set, and actually got into a little bit of trouble on the second set. He didn't get a good launch off the second set.
Oh, what a shame.
Went low and probably went a little bit too low on the second set. Luckily, he made it over the hump there. 6.26 for the Crusher. That's going to hurt him when we pair these guys up here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Qualifying before the racing. And speaking of racers, here's a guy who's a little bit more known for freestyle. He picked a bad day to come here. Jim Kohler, one of the biggest independent stars on any circuit that you go to, especially this one, the Avenger truck, driven by Jim Kohler out of Columbus, Michigan, a 1994 Chevrolet S10, powered by a 572 cubic inch Chevrolet Merlin, putting out 1,600 horsepower. Jimmy Kohler looks like he's ready to go. What kind of shot will he lay out here? Well, let's find out. He made a suspension adjustment on this truck just recently. Just before going out on this run, he made a suspension adjustment. And it looks like, Jim Kohler looks like he could be loaded for bear here.
Phew. Sorry about that. My connection went temporarily down for some reason, but it's all good. It's fixed.
All right, Jim Kohler and the Avenger about to go out. Michael, this truck is owned and driven by Jim Kohler. He's out of Columbus, Michigan. The truck is a 1994 Chevrolet S10. It's powered by a 572 cubic inch Chevrolet Merlin that puts out 1,600 horsepower.
Now that's a feat of impressive engineering.
Made a suspension adjustment on this truck just before coming out here, so let's see how good that suspension works. He made it a whole lot harder, so we'll see how that plays out here.
Looks like he's in for a bumpy ride.
Way up here. Oh man. It didn't hurt him too bad. Well, it wasn't too bad, but that probably will place him in the middle of the pack. 6.28, I think is going to put him in the middle of the pack. Not a bad run for Jimmy Kohler and the Avenger. However, if he really wants to get after it, he's gonna have to put up better numbers than that. Next up, the original Wheelman. Need I say more?
Nope.
The legendary Bigfoot, Jim Kramer out of Pacific, Missouri. The Bob Chandler's creation, driven by Jim Kramer, the first professional monster truck driver ever.
that is impressive.
Truck is a 1989 Ford F-150 this time. It is powered by a 572 cubic inch Ford engine, putting out 1,800 horsepower. Watch out for Bigfoot here, especially Jim Kramer. Jim Kramer is one of the toughest guys in the business.
You got that right, Tom.
Here he goes on his qualifying shot. Oh,
whoa!
That's gonna get him fast time so far right there. 6.10 for Bigfoot. Wow. Jim Kramer showing how it's done. Just full boogie tilt, hammer down and hitting. Very smooth run.
I guess the saying is true. The reality is no match for the legend.
Oh man, you got that right. And we're halfway through, and we're just halfway through the qualifying session already.
So far, we're doing great.
Our next truck to come out is one of the stars on the Thunder Nationals circuit. The non-dirt shows indoors. This is the Excalibur, driven by Charlie Pauken. He's out of Toledo, Ohio. Truck is a 1992 Chevrolet. It's powered by a 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet that puts out 1,200 horsepower.
Now that is impressive.
Well, Excalibur a little down on power here for this big long outdoor track. This truck is built more for driving courses and indoor courses.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Maybe it could turn the tide.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. He's made a suspension adjustment in this truck, and he's about to get ready for his qualifying shot out here. Oh, a little bit too much air off the first net, and out of shape off the second net. Didn't hurt him too bad in terms of time, but he's gonna have to work at that first jump. That first jump is really throwing some guys at the curveball. That first jump, that 3-car jump right off the start. That first set of cars is really throwing some people off, especially Excalibur here.
You got that right.
6.177, not too bad of a run, but he's going to have to improve. Actually, that puts him in...
In what?
In 4th place. Not too bad of a run. Not too bad of a run at all. That actually puts him in 4th. That actually put him in 4th place. Not too bad of a run at all, but he's gonna have to run harder than that if he wants to catch Bigfoot.
That's completely up to him. Better put his A game on.
And you want to talk about out here. Here's a guy who has been out here for a long while. John Kwasniewski and Buffalo Tremor. Buffalo Tremor is owned and driven by John Kwasniewski. He's out of Buffalo, New York. Truck is a 1986 GMC Sierra. It's powered by a 454 cubic inch big block Chevrolet that puts out 1,100 horsepower. This truck lands a lot. Now, because this is a leaf sprung truck, it lands a lot harder than a lot of the other trucks, Michael. And Buffalo Trimmer looks like he's got his work cut out for him here.
You can say that again.
Let's see what his run looks. Let's see what kind of shot he lays down. Off he goes. Oh, a little bit too much there off the first step. Hey, not too bad of a run. Really bouncing at the end there. 6.16. That will tie him with Executioner, but the tiebreaker goes to Executioner because Executioner is in the point. Buffalo Trimmer is coming into this event without any points.
Neat.
Wanted to clear that up. Next up, this is a guy we've seen before. He pulled off the upset on Bigfoot at Vancouver, Canada, not too long ago. Hercules, Tim Tesmer at the wheel.
His paint scheme kind of reminds me of Carolina Crusher.
He campaigned a Carolina Crusher truck at one point. Anyways, Hercules is owned and driven by Tim Tesmer. He's out of Avon, Ohio. Truck is a 1993 Chevrolet. It's powered by a 572 cubic inch big block Chevrolet that puts out 1,500 horsepower. Some of these trucks have cut tires, some of them don't. And Hercules looks like he's ready for a run here.
Let's see how the boy does.
Here we go. Hercules. Oh, big air on the first set. 6.17 for Hercules. A lot of these drivers running consistently here in the 6.1 range. That will tie him with Excalibur, but the tiebreaker goes to Hercules because Hercules has points coming into this event.
Very, very interesting.
Oh God, you wanna talk about rough rides? This is a rolling one. The Grave Digger.
One of the most legendary monster trucks up there with Bigfoot.
Yep. Grave Digger is driven by Jack Coburna this weekend on this edition of Monster Truck Nation. The team is based out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Truck is a 1951 Chevrolet panel van. It's powered by a 540 cubic inch big block Chevrolet that puts out 1,500 horsepower. This particular Grave Digger truck is old number 4. It lands a whole lot harder than the other Grave Digger trucks.
Let's hope he has at least some good comfort.
Oh boy, he is in for... Jack Coburna is in for a rough ride this week.
That's probably an understatement.
Let's see what kind of shot he lays down here in qualifying.
Good idea.
Oh, big air off the first net. Oh, huge air. And and he did not get credited with the time, and I believe I used the wrong map. So I'm gonna have to go back and so he's gonna, and I believe he missed the checkpoint, so he's gonna have to go back and run again.
Oh well, business as usual. Am I right?
Yep. Alright, let's see what kind of shot he lays down this time. Oh, there. This time he comes across the line, but the time is not going to make a whole lot of difference. 6.33 for the Gravedigger. Just a little bit too much air off that first set and a little bit too much air off the second set, and that cost him a lot of time.
Well, unfortunately.
USA 1 is up next, and this is one of the most legendary trucks out there. This truck, aside from Bigfoot, built up the sport. Just as legendary as the Bigfoots and Gravediggers, but this particular legendary truck has a lady behind the wheel, so we'll have to watch out for that. This is USA 1.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Her truth is marching on.
Anyways, USA 1 is owned by was originally owned by Everett Jasper. James Trantina owns the name now. She's out of Ham Lake, Minnesota. Truck is a 1988 Chevrolet. It's powered by a 572 cubic inch big block Chevrolet. Makes 1,500 horsepower, and this truck is loaded for bear.
Nice.
Let's see what the coilover suspension does for this truck here on this long outdoor track.
Could be a detractor, could be a benefit. We'll have to wait and see.
Yep. Here she goes. Oh, she kept it low to the ground, and actually that's going to give her fast time. 5.97 for USA 1. Wow. The truck went low and it stayed low. Stick close to the track. Wow. I've never seen a lady lay a run down like that. Wow. USA 1 with the fastest time so far. Next up is a superstar from the Monster Jam series. Brian Bartle and the Little Tiger Machine. Little Tiger is owned and driven by Brian Bartle. He's out of Coon Rapids, Minnesota, not too far from Ham Lake. Truck is a 1995 Chevrolet. It's powered by a 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine that makes 1,300 horsepower.
Hey Tom, I got a question for you. What has 4 wheels and flies?
A monster truck?
Yep. If you have cheese but no crackers, what are you?
A cheese buff.
Crack-a-lackin'. Anyways, continuing on.
Anyways, Little Tiger, Brian Bartle, about to make his run here. And oh boy, this truck is an absolute beauty. I think Brian Bartle kept it a little too low, just a little bit too much air off the second set. Kept it low on the first set and just launched it off the second set. Cost him a little bit of time, but oh man, I think this is gonna hurt him in the qualifying. 6.5 in the. I think this is gonna hurt him when the first round pairings shake up. 6.56 for Little Tiger.
Oh, wow.
Slowest time so far has been Barefoot with a 6.84. Not a good. Not the. Things are not looking very hot for the Barefoot team right now.
And now just bear in mind, folks, everyone deserves a fair chance.
Yep. If Barefoot is definitely not going to have lane choice all day long today, so right now that honor goes to USA 1, who has the time of 5.97 so far. Anyways, nice. Anyways, solid run, but I think he's going to have to run a little bit harder than that if he wants to. But I think Brian Bartle is going to have to run a little bit harder than that if he wants to win. If he wants to win at Columbus, Ohio, here today.
I don't know what you mean.
All right, next up, the Junkyard Dog, the Monster Patrol. Monster Patrol is owned and driven by Paul Schaefer. He's out of Portage, Indiana. Truck is a 1997 Chevrolet. Truck is powered by a 572 cubic inch Van Cennis Chevrolet engine that makes 1,500 horsepower.
Nice.
Hopefully that wing on the back of Monster Patrol does Paul Schaefer a lot of favors here. If time to beat is a 5.97. Let's see if Paul Schaefer can do it.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you're out on the road, if you see or hear a police car, ambulance, or fire truck go by, the law says you're supposed to pull off to the side and stop and let the emergency vehicles go by. These are trained professionals. Do not try this at home.
Let's see what Paul Schaefer does on this run. Oh, I think he got out of shape a little bit over the second set of cars. That's going to hurt him in the qualifying session. 6.27 for Monster Patrol. .27. A tenth of a second off from the just a little bit off from the leaders.
Oh boy.
Next up is one of the pioneers of this sport, the Kodiak truck. Named after the Kodiak Bears in the northern mountains of Wisconsin.
Ooh, that is very impressive.
Kodiak is owned and driven by Mark Bendler. He's out of Eagle, Wisconsin. Truck is a 1994 Chevrolet. Powered by a 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine that makes 1,300 horsepower. Let's see what kind of run Mark Bendler lays down.
Hopefully it's a good one.
Keeping the front end low and down. But just doesn't seem to have. Oh, he did keep it low and had the speed. Wow. Holy cow, he's going to take the number one spot right here, Michael. 5.87 for Kodiak.
That is a fast act.
Man, I talked to Mark Bendler earlier. He said he hadn't been running well as of late. Well, that has probably changed. He surprised us today.
Yeah.
So Kodiak takes fast time here. I'm surprised. Big surprise. But we got one more competitor coming up.
That's right.
And that is the Auto Value, and that is King Crunch, the Auto Value King Crunch.
Ooh, not bad.
King Crunch is owned and driven by Scott Stephens. He's out of Woodlands, Texas. Truck is a 1990 Chevrolet and is powered by a 540 cubic inch big block Chevrolet that puts out 1,400 horses.
Now that is some impressive horsepower.
Let's see what kind of shot that Scott Stephens can lay down. Long wheelbase vehicle, always a little bit too high. Oh, snap. Just launched the truck in the air, and you don't want to do that on this type of course. 6.31 for King Crunch. And that concludes qualifying. And just like that, that concludes qualifying.
Nice.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. Get these guys paired up, and we will be back with you in just a moment. And here we are, about 20 to 30 minutes, probably about nearly a half an hour, a little over a half an hour later. Reality-wise. And here,
yep.
And we have just concluded qualifying for the 16 truck lineup here at Columbus, Ohio, but those runs were strictly for time. Now you either have to cross the line first or you're out. You need to win in order to advance because there's no gimmies with 16 trucks. And here are the qualifying results, Michael.
Yep, that's right, folks. This is the part of the show where things get a little more serious and more competitive.
Yep. Kodiak is our fastest qualifier. He'll have lane choice all day long. Meanwhile, we got USA 1. Meanwhile, close behind him are USA 1, Bigfoot, Nitrofish, and Executioner. Buffalo Trimmer comes across, places 6th on the board. Hercules, Excalibur, Samson, and Carolina Crusher round out the top 10. Bottom qualifiers: Monster Patrol, Avenger, King Crunch, Gravedigger, Little Tiger, and Barefoot. This is going to hurt Barefoot's championship chances.
Oh, boy.
Don King is going to have to push that truck really hard if he wants to win here today. Here are the first round pairings. It'll be Kodiak against Sampson. Number 1 qualifier up against number 9 qualifier. Then a number 3 qualifier, Bigfoot, up against number 11 qualifier, Monster Patrol. Number 5 qualifier, Executioner, up against number 13 qualifier, King Crunch. Number 7 qualifier, Hercules, going up against the number 15 qualifier, Little Tiger. Then it'll be Excalibur going up against Barefoot. Barefoot qualified at the bottom of this field. Then it'll be Buffalo Trimmer against Gravedigger, Nitrofish against Avenger, and USA 1 taking on Carolina Crusher.
Everybody get that? Good.
I certainly hope so. As we begin round 1. Kodiak goes up against Sampson. In our first race, in our first round,
Okay, boys, remember, no punching, no kicking, and no violence towards each other. This is a clear cut, and this is a clear, friendly championship.
You got that right, Michael, as Sampson and Kodiak come up to stage. Here we go. First race, first round.
And they go.
Oh, a little bit too much air off the first net. For Sampson, Sampson will be eliminated from round 1.
Ooh.
Kodiak takes the victory.
Good job there, Kodiak.
I guess the setting that Dan Patrick had on that truck was just all wrong. And Kodiak walks away with the win. Outstanding job for Kodiak. All right, next up, Paul Schaefer in the Monster Patrol, the Junkyard Dog out of Portage, Indiana, going up against the legendary Bigfoot, Jim Kramer out of Pacific, Missouri. And Michael, this race is not going to be a gimme for Jim Kramer.
I sense a little bit of rivalry coming up.
Ford versus Chevrolet right here. Here we go. Bigfoot up against Monster Patrol.
Here we go.
Oh no! Bigfoot got hung up on the set of cars there.
That leaves Monster Patrol as the winner.
I don't know. we're gonna rerun that race.
Yeah.
Because that was just on the fourth. Excuse me for breaking the fourth wall, Groves. That was on the game right there.
Yeah, that's right.
The truck got hung up on the cars right. Let's try that again. So we're gonna run it again and make sure it's just to make sure it's fair.
Exactly, folks.
In fact, no, fair is fair. Monster Patrol advances into the quarterfinals. You're right, Michael. Well, Michael, Monster Patrol is the winner. Officials say nope, you cannot rerun the race. So fair is fair. Still, wow. Bigfoot out in round 1. Controversy at its finest here.
You're right.
Next up, Executioner takes on Mark Hall. Takes on Scott Stephens and King Crunch.
That sounds. I still swear that sounds like a name given to a cereal.
The auto-valued King Crunch. Should I mention that? Can't script anything. Anyways, I'm gonna let the comment section decide whether that race between Bigfoot and Monster Patrol should have been rerun or not.
That's going to be interesting.
We're gonna leave that up to the comment section there.
Yeah.
I just remember you and I revitalized the series on my channel, so
That is true.
and we're still trying to work the bugs out of it.
Yep, we're fixing little bits as we're moving on.
Anyways, Executioner Mark Hall taking on out of Champaign, Illinois, taking on Scott Stephens out of Woodlands, Texas, in King Crunch, the auto value King Crunch. The 2 trucks are staged and ready. Oh man, I think King Crunch got him there. And yes, I believe he did. Mark Hall out in round 1. Man. Let's look at the replay. Did King Crunch make a legal run? Yes, he did. King Crunch is your winner. King Crunch is your winner. The old man saying he can still do it here.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what the old timers say.
Mark Hall just flat got beat there. The top qualifiers have not advanced into the... Nobody in the top 8 has advanced into the second round so far. This just might be the day for the Gravedigger, who we'll see a little bit later.
Remember, folks, don't count your chickens until they hatch.
Yep. This might be Digger's day right here. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Little Tiger going up against Hercules coming up now. Hercules wants to put on a good showing for his home state fans. Tim Tesmer. He'll be Tim Tesmer out of Avon, Ohio. He'll be taking on Brian Bartle and Little Tiger out of Coon Rapids, Minnesota.
Ooh, nice.
Let's see how Hercules performs against the Little Tiger. A little bit of land right there. Will that hold him back? Little Tiger takes home the bacon on that one.
Way to go, Little Tiger.
Officials say yes, he did. Little Tiger, your winner. Man,
this race is full of surprises.
Yeah. This is nobody in the top 8 has made it to the second round, has made it to the quarterfinals so far. 4 races and 4 win, and all of them have been winners out of the other lane. I think the lane that these guys qualified in is a bad lane. We'll have to look and see. We'll have to watch for that today.
A lot of new blood. This might be the end of new blood this year.
Yep. Everybody running tough this year. Man.
Yep.
Next up, it'll be Excalibur going up against Barefoot. Charlie Pauken in the Excalibur, Ohio's last hope here.
Come on, Ohio, you can do it.
He's going, but he's got but Pauken's got a really tough draw though. Don King and Barefoot. Let's see how he does against the slowest qualifier out of this field. Here we go.
It's gonna be close.
Oh, Barefoot had gone in the other lane. He is disqualified. Excalibur is your winner. Wow.
What? Oh boy. I just got a word from the garage, Tom. Turns out when Barefoot landed on that car, a sharp object caused his tire to pop, and it got caught on the car.
Wow. Barefoot done for the night. Wow. And that blows this field with Barefoot out and with Bigfoot out. That means a lot of these guys who are advancing here have a great chance to come back to make up some points here.
Well, that's good.
Wow.
So far, this race has been very, very interesting.
Yeah, this has been a interesting event to say the least. This has been an interesting first round to say the least so far.
Agreed.
Oh man. All right, next up we have John Kwasniewski, or Johnny K, and Buffalo Trimmer going up against Jack Coburna and Grave Digger.
Fantastic. It's gonna be close.
Oh yeah. Jack Coburna really wants to win here at Columbus. Want to give the Chevrolet fans, want to give the Digger fans something to cheer about here. Here we go. Buffalo Trimmer going up against the Grave Digger.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness gracious. That was the closest race we have seen all day.
I know, the crowd's going wild.
And that was the first win out of that lane all event. Buffalo Trimmer's your winner. Grave Digger goes out early. The first truck out of the top 8, your second truck out of the top 8 to advance into the quarterfinals. Buffalo Trimmer. Anyways, Nitro Fish will take on Avenger next. Steve Macklin in the Nitro Fish going up against Jim Kohler in the Avenger.
It's gonna be another close one.
Yep. We hope it's gonna be another close one. All right, Nitro Fish going up against Avenger on this side-by-side drag strip here at Columbus. Oh man, Avenger went into the other lane again. He's disqualified. Nitro Fish, easy win for Steve Macklin.
Let's see a replay. What happened to the other truck?
Oh, got out of shape over the first bet. That's what happened.
Holy cow.
Nitro Fish, on the other hand, just made a straight as an arrow run. Master goes into the quarterfinals. Anyways, Nitro Fish goes into the... And who will join? All right, 7 trucks have advanced into the quarterfinals. Who will join them? Will it be USA 1 or Carolina Crusher?
To those who want to, let's also leave that to the comment section.
Yep.
Who do you guys and girls will think is going to win? USA 1 or Carolina Crusher? Comment below.
We're about to find out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if your guess was right.
This is on tape delay, so we're gonna see what the comment section thinks about some of our calls so far, whether or not to rerun races.
Right.
Because it's been an interesting, because the first half of the first round was wacky, to say the least. Like one of the wildest first rounds we've ever seen in recent memory.
True.
USA 1 going up against Carolina Crusher. Pleasant Cooking USA 1 out of Ham Lake, Minnesota, going up against James Teague out of Portage, Indiana.
And begin.
Oh man, that was another great race. Oh man, Crusher fell just short. 4/100ths of a second made the difference there. That was one of the closest races we've ever seen. Let's take a look at it. Both of them get off the line pretty well. They hit the first set. Preston keeps it low. USA 1 went a little high, but USA 1 was just a little faster and just hit it right at the finish line. Wow.
Whoa.
So Carolina Crusher out in round 1. A lot of big names eliminated in the first round here at Columbus, Ohio.
Yep.
Anyways, our quarterfinal round. Wow. Anyways, our quarterfinal round will look like this. Kodiak taking on Monster Patrol, King Crunch taking on Little Tiger, Excalibur taking on Buffalo Tremor, and Nitro Fish taking on USA 1.
That's quite a lineup there, folks.
And we are about to find out who is going to move on into the semifinals. First up, Kodiak taking on Monster Patrol. Paul Schaefer is ready. Anyways, here we go. Quarterfinals. Mark Bendler and Kodiak taking on Paul Schaefer and Monster Patrol.
Here it goes, folks.
Paul Schaefer keeping it up. Oh, man. I think Kodiak beat him coming across the line. Yeah, I believe he did. Kodiak hit the second stack of cars. And he has to hit the second stack of cars. Oh, man. Kodiak beat him coming across the line.
Yep.
But Kodiak did not get both front tires up the ramp, up and over that first car. That calls for a death. Oh my goodness. Gremlins are going to bite Mark Bendler again. The M.T.N. officials have looked at the replay. They are calling a disqualification on Kodiak.
So I guess that means victory goes to Monster Patrol.
Yep. And why do they make it? And why do the M.T.N. officials disqualify Kodiak for not hitting the second jump? He did not get both front tires up the ramp, up and over that first car, and that calls for disqualification. So the win goes to Paul Schaefer and the Monster Patrol. Not the way he wanted to advance, but Monster Patrol lived by the rules, and he kept it in bounds.
You got that right.
Next up, Scott Stephens and the Auto Value King Crunch taking on Brian Bartle and Little Tiger.
Ooh, nice.
King Crunch loaded for bear here at Columbus, Ohio. Both Chevrolets a pair. Let's see how they do, Michael.
Let's do it, Tom.
Oh, no! The win will... Oh, man, they're calling a disqualification on Scott Stephens and King Crunch for missing the finish line.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness. So the win goes to Brian Bartle in Little Tiger.
This is full of surprises.
Yep. Little Tiger goes into the final four. This has just been this has been one of the craziest events in M.T.N. history.
You got that right.
Ever since we've revitalized the series and aired it on YouTube and started airing it again, it's been It's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
Anyways, John Kwasniewski and Buffalo Trimmer taking on Charlie Pauken and Excalibur.
Neat.
Excalibur lucky to make it this far. Let's see how that right hand lane has been biting guys all day here today.
Yep.
It
There's
bit Jim Cramer and Bigfoot. It bit Jack O'Berta. It bit Jim Cramer and Bigfoot. It bit Jim Kohler and the Avenger. It bit Don King and Barefoot. It bit a lot of guys. It bit a lot of guys here today.
You're right.
Anyway, this is Buffalo Trimmer taking on Excalibur. Oh my goodness. I think Excalibur might have got it. We'll have to wait and see. Did Excalibur keep it in bounds? No, he did not.
Nope.
Excalibur is disqualified. Buffalo Trimmer will advance into the semifinals. Not the way John Kwasniewski wanted to, anyway. Man, we're gonna have the only incumbent the only really big name to advance into to make it this far has been Monster Patrol.
Amazing.
That just is amazing to me. Wow, Anyways, Nitro Fish, Steve Macklin, new kid on the block, taking on Pleasant Cook in USA 1.
This is going to be another close one.
We hope so, anyway.
Yep.
Both Chevrolets a pair. And USA 1 is set to go here.
It's gonna be a close one.
Yep,
Let's see.
Here we go. Green. All right, here we go. Green light. Oh.
Smells like another disqualification.
Yep. Let's look at the replay. Yep, you're right, Michael. USA 1 did not hit the second set of cars.
Oh dear.
Man, just controversy all over the track here today.
Yep.
Nitro Fish advances. And we are getting close, and we are down to it, the semifinals.
Oh boy. This is going to be another tough one. I can just feel it.
Yep. It'll be Monster Patrol. In our first, it'll be Paul Schaefer and Monster Patrol taking on Brian Bartle and Little Tiger. Little Tiger lucky to make it this far. due to controversy and just wow. He'll be taking on Paul Schaefer, the junkyard dog himself, in Monster Patrol.
Let's make it an exciting one, folks.
We hope to make it an exciting one. All right, here we go. Paul Schaefer and Monster Patrol taking on Brian Bartle and Little Tiger. Oh man! I think both trucks have been disqualified. We're gonna have to rerun the race. Wow. First time we had to do that in a while.
Yeah.
Both trucks ended up getting disqualified in this case. So one of them has to advance, and one of them has to advance. So we're running the race again. Oh no, Monster rolls it over. And that will give Little Tiger, Brian Bartle, a shot to win it all here at Columbus. Wow. Anyways, Paul Schaefer out of the truck. He's okay. Man. I think Paul Schaefer got a little out of shape, got crossed up when he hit the jump, and when he hit the jump, he got hung up on the set of car. He got hung up over the gap, and when he got hung up over the gap, over he went.
Yep, that looks about right.
Wow. All right, our other semifinal will feature John Kwasniewski and Buffalo Tremor taking on Steve Macklin and Nitro Fish.
This is becoming incredible.
We hope so. Anyway, we're almost to the Monster Smash. We're one race away from the Monster Smash final, and we're about to find out who will join Little Tiger in the Monster Smash finals.
Let's do it too, like Pruitt used to do.
Who will Little Tiger's opponent be? We're about to find out right now. Let's run that race again. We're going to run that race again because the starting light because both trucks ended up red lighting the starting light. Man, all sorts of controversy here today.
Yep. Might be the winner.
I think, oh my goodness, Buffalo Tremor just ran that truck hard enough to actually beat Steve Macklin.
That was incredible.
Buffalo Tremor goes to the Monster Smash final.
Yahoo!
All right, here we are. We're down to it. We are down to the Monster Smash final. It's final time here at Columbus, Ohio. After all the controversy and after all the mishaps that we had here today, we are ready for the Monster Smash finals here at Columbus. It'll be Brian Bartle and Little Tiger taking on John Kwasniewski and Buffalo Trimmer. Both trucks new to the series. Actually, we've seen the Little Tiger before. It's his first appearance this year on the new M.T.N, and this is John Kwasniewski's first ever appearance on Monster Truck Nation. Michael, who do you think is going to win it all?
I bet my money's on Little Tiger.
All right. We're about to find out. Here we go. Buffalo Trimmer, Little Tiger. Set to go at it, go.
Oh, I smell a disqualification.
Buffalo Trimmer with a bad bounce, couldn't get it settled down enough. Little Tiger Brian Bartle will officially be declared the winner.
Way to go, Little Tiger.
Wow.
And just to clarify, folks, we're not picking favorites. We're just going by the book.
Yep. Little Tiger Buffalo Trimmer made it this far, but he did not hit the second jump. And because he didn't hit the second jump, he's out of here. Your winner, Brian Bartle and Little Tiger, and wow, and now finally we can catch a deep breath. Holy cow, what an incredible event, Michael.
You said it, Tom. A lot of surprises. They made the controversy continue.
A lot of controversy here, but hopefully we come back here next year, and hopefully next year will be a better handled show. Will be a better handled showing. We're still trying to get the bugs out of this rendition of the Monster Truck Nation Monster Truck Challenge here. Anyways, that's all the time we have for Monster Truck Nation. If you like this video, please leave a like down below. Michael and I both greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to channels like my colleague Trayman3985 here, as well as Barrick Channel, Dr. Volk, Mac Bulldog, Mac Double Bacon Chaseburger, The Legend of Wii 92, Master Caliber, Neko Otaku Studios, and Logmeister 201 for your subscriptions. Guys and gals, your subscriptions mean a lot to me and to Michael as well, and we cannot thank you guys enough for them.
Yes, thank you very much, everyone. You've been great.
Anyways, for Trayman3985, I'm TomTodd774. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next in the next episode of Monster Truck Nation.
So until next time, folks, put it in gear because we're out of here.